And now for step 3 of Grease Genius Hour. In step 3, you get to start thinking about the project that you want to create. So, first part of this project piece is to think about the topic you chose in step 1, think about the information you gathered in step 2, and decide what kind of project would best fit for this topic based on the research that you collected. So, choose something that interests you, choose something that excites you, pick something that you'll have some fun with while you create and design and build all of these types of things. These listed projects are ideas, but you don't have to choose something from this list. If you have another idea that is not listed, ask me about it, and we'll talk about how that would be a good idea for your Grease Genius Hour. But there is quite a long list. A lot of these are digital, but there are also some options here that can be made using traditional things like poster papers. You can use construction paper, markers, shoe boxes, things that you collect at home. Some people have kind of done a combination of physical things and then put either pictures of them or videos of them into a digital project. So you get the choice here. Use whatever resources you'd like to create whatever style of project you'd like. Below the list of ideas is a little bit more information. All of the Genius Hour projects are going to be very different, but they will all have something in common. They're all going to include plenty of information about the topic you chose and the sources that you've used while you're doing your research. All of the projects will also be presented, but presenting does not have to be the same for everyone. So some of these might be a traditional presentation where you show us in front of the class. Others, if you're making a movie, maybe your presenting of the movie is just playing the movie for us on the TV. And if you're wondering about what kind of presentation might go with the project you choose, ask and we can talk that through. Finally, on the same document, I included a list of resources that might be helpful for your Genius Hour projects. Like I said, you do not have to use one of these resources. You don't even have to use digital tools to create your project. However, if you want to try something new, these are a few ideas that I would suggest. These are things that I've worked with students before, and I'll have a little bit of tips and tricks to help you along the way. You're welcome to use something that is not on this list, but if it's something that is new to both of us, we're both going to be learning it at the same time, and it's going to be the same time you're trying to put this project together. And I don't want anybody to stress themselves out by giving themselves extra work to do. So, use something that you've either used in a classroom in the past, use something that you've used on personal projects before, use something that you've used this year, or if you really want to try something new, I recommend these things. iMovie is great if you've never made an iMovie before. It gives you the option to create a custom movie that is totally yours. Or you could use the movie trailers feature, which gives you these, it's like an outline that it gives you, and you get to plug in your pieces of information along the way, and then together it comes out looking like a movie trailer might. Google Slides, Google Docs, and Google Sites might be things that you've used before, but you're welcome to use them in new ways. For example, you might have used Google Slides before, but maybe you've never used it to create a book. So think about some of these different tools in these ways. The new ones that I have linked, Storyboard That we've used this year at the beginning of 6th grade in ELA and social studies. You might remember putting the different backgrounds and the different characters to create a storyboard. Powtoon is similar, where you get to create a story building with the characters and the backgrounds that it gives you, except it comes out animated. And Venngage would be if you want to design a digital poster or an infographic. It has lots of different templates, so you can choose one that's your style and put in your pieces of information along the way. If you have any questions about the tools you want to use to make your Genius Hour project, the resources you might need for your project, the style of presenting for your project, please feel free to ask. And I'd be happy to help. I'm really excited to see how these projects come out.